Does God love us like a mother? My 8-month-old baby squirmed in my arms, alerting me that this internal question had stopped me mid-motion in my rocking chair as I tried to get him to sleep one night. I resumed rocking, leaning back into the soft blue cushions. As he settled into sleep, I began to try to reconcile this question with the events that had occupied my time that day, caring for 3 young kids. 10 diaper changes, 1 puddle of pee wiped off the floor, 9 individual plates made up for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Plus snacks, so many snacks. 4 sibling squabbles settled, 3 separate car seats buckled and unbuckled, 1 Lego fished out of the baby's mouth, 1 30-minute negotiation regarding the necessity of pants in public, 1 toddler who dressed herself into abstract art, 16 board books read, 1 high chair wiped down 3 times, 4 naps, forced and fostered, 1 scraped knee bandaged, 1 lost pacifier found twice, a startling number of dishes washed, hugs and cuddles doled out every other minute. 4 years and 3 kids into motherhood, I was as overwhelmed with the work of caring for my kids as I was overwhelmed with love for them. My days were a whirlwind of need. And while I absolutely loved being a mom, in many ways, I felt like a husk of my former self. These years had felt like a science experiment on the minimum amount of sleep a human needs to function. While I wouldn't trade those newborn head sniffs for anything in the world, my body felt like it was ever on the verge of collapse, and my mind felt like it had been run through a baby food mill. I missed how I used to be able to read thought-provoking books and ponder their themes. Now my deepest literary reflections centered on whether Brown Bear might actually need glasses and why on earth Child Protective Services hadn't been called on Goldilocks' mother. I was also wrestling with my faith. Like Christian with his burdensome pack in Pilgrim's Progress, I was lugging around a load of guilt heavier than the combined weight of my overstuffed diaper bag and newborn car seat. I just couldn't keep up with the spiritual practices that had served me so well in my life before kids. Get up early for quiet time? I was already waking up several times a night, and I wasn't sure I even knew what quiet was anymore. Join a Bible study? I could barely get out of the house to shop for groceries as I tried to juggle all the nap schedules. Plus, through the gauntlet of pregnancy and the terrible beauty of birth, between first steps and first sleep regressions, my identity had deeply shifted into the role of mother. Becoming a mother had completely upended me. It had rearranged my body, my brain, and my schedule. But it had also offered me an entirely new perspective from which to understand the world and God. But that night in the rocking chair, as I tallied all I had done that day, I began to wonder if God cared for me in the same ways that I care for my kids, with ceaseless sacrifice, detailed devotion, continuous attention, and unconditional love. Despite the nursery's blackout curtains, I began to see God in a startling new light. In ragged realization, I whispered it aloud under the din of the white noise machine. God loves us like a mother.